make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
6-yard line.
They run it with Carson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The handoff to Chris Carson.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Draw play, Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
4th down, Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He was heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Pollard, and he will take it in. Cowboys score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off 4th down.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
For another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, it's Carson, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6-0 our score after 1.
6. Seahawks, nothing.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a toss play. It's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 48-yard line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
A gain of a yard.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's got daylight. The 40. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
He's tackled at
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Brings up.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Seahawks.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Cowboys 6.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Stepping in. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Complete to Ezekiel.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of
good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At the 21-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he's flushed out left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 2nd down, Elliott. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this out just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll throw again. Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Two veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Pickup of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
3rd down. 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Carson. Alden Smith there on the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A second down throw for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 24.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball,
The manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. David Moore, the intended target, and it's third down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To the left side, incomplete for Amari Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
47-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The line of scrimmage.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Carson. And brought down, but but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.